going on, everybody? Welcome to Taco Talk Tuesday. We are back. We had a long holiday break, long winter break, long New Year break, but we are back, you guys. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. Happy to be here.
Happy New Year.
Very happy.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to our viewers as well, you guys. I'm Jeffrey here tonight. You guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Darnell Lamont Walker.
Danielle.
Lodrick D. Collins.
How's you guys' weekend? How's weekend? How's New Year's? I know we into second week almost, but how's it been so far?
You had a horrible weekend?
A great weekend.
I was gonna say I was with you.
Awful.
Right.
No, I had a good weekend. I had a really good weekend.
My weekend was cool. I never know what I did. I got back to LA.
That's a good weekend.
Right, it was good. I got back to LA. I've been gone since since September, but I've been on and off back. So now I'm back in LA, kind of living here again, back in my old apartment and living. So it's good.
Yeah.
Lodrick, how's your weekend?
My weekend was dope, man. Like, I'm still rolling off of this New Year. I think New Year's is like my favorite holiday.
Right.
It's like whatever went wrong, wherever. It's like
It always
that
feels like a reset button.
place where you could always start over and make it better. Yeah. So,
Right. Did anybody do like any big New Year's resolutions or anything?
I did, yeah.
You did? You care to share or?
I'm sober for 31 days.
There
We
you go.
talked about. I thought January had 30 days. It's 31. So
Alright.
have water.
Sweet.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You feel the difference so far, or?
I feel more productive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And does it show up in your bank account?
No,
you drank
but
less.
I feel like in my face, I feel
Yeah.
fresh. So
I feel it.
There you go. What about you, Darnell?
No, I have no resolutions. I do though want to go camping a lot this year.
That's dope.
So I said I was going to do a lot of camping. So I'm
I
going
can
to buy a
recommend some
hammock.
spaces for you.
Yeah, so so I'm going to buy a hammock and I'm going to go camping a lot this year. So that's all I really want.
Like a tent sleeping bag or like
Yeah,
Four
like-
Seasons outside?
Oh no, like tent in the middle of some woods,
That's dope.
high up in the tree.
Woods.
With some,
I
I
like
want to
that.
get
That's
like
the only
I
way
don't
to
know
do
if
it
you've
if
seen
you
any of
gonna
the
do it.
photos with like the friends, they put their hammocks above each other in the
Yes.
tree.
Yes.
I want to do that like 9 hammocks deep. Yeah,
That's
Ooh.
dope.
Ooh.
That's dope. That's
with the
dope.
Bears.
with the bears.
With the Bears.
Yeah.
Hey, how about you, Lodrick?
Yeah, I made some New Year's resolutions and broke them by like 75% of them by like January 2nd,
Oh,
2 a.m. Yeah, about half of them. Yeah, but I'm still working on it. God ain't finished with me
You
yet.
ain't nobody perfect.
And nobody right?
That's right.
I saw this meme today. It said, "I'm a Christian, but I still thought a little bit." Something like that. I made just kind of resolution, to work harder. Aim bigger. I'm working on a lot of things from a, I guess, career, financial standpoint, things like that. 2015 was a very good, very interesting year for me. So
You were all over the globe. You
I
did
was-
like 80 countries.
I
right?
was
Yeah.
everywhere,
That's what
and
I'm talking about.
trying to add more. We'll see.
That's it.
But you guys, all right, so y'all know how we do this here. Everybody grab your shot glass. We start everything off with a shot. Oh, well, we can't toast you because that's bad
Put
luck.
some water in there.
But that's bad luck. That's bad luck to toast water. So we
So
go.
you just don't touch.
There we go.
I want to be part of
she,
it.
she gonna kill us all.
Oh,
It
Boy.
sucks to be the sober one on the show.
Boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That bad.
That was a good one.
That just means you're going to think about everything you say.
We are gonna.
That might be a good thing.
That is a good thing.
Right, we're
That's
gonna
a
jump
great
right
thing.
into hot topics
Smart.
with you guys. So first thing, just ended about an hour and a half ago. President Obama gave his final State of the Union address. Did you guys get a chance to see it?
Yeah.
Missed
I
it.
caught the highlights.
Caught the highlights. What did you guys think of it? Anything that stood out? Anything he said?
Yeah, I kind of wish I remembered this quote. A friend of mine just posted it actually. He said it wasn't the welfare recipients, the food stamp recipients that caused the financial crisis. It was the
Yeah.
big banks and the big money folks. And I think that was great hearing. I mean, like I have my issues with Obama. If you watch this show, you know. But I think that was a great thing to say. And I think it made a lot of people like jump back and say, yeah, well, he is right. Because they're trying to put a lot of stuff on these, like the working class. And most welfare recipients are white people, let's be honest. But when you think of welfare recipients, they make sure that you think of a black person. So I'm glad that he said that and put it back in the hands of the people who actually really caused the financial crisis. Because you remember he was bailing everybody, they were bailing everybody out in like his first term. And so I'm glad he brought it back to that.
He seemed kind of over it to me. A
I
little
mean,
bit,
why shouldn't he be?
I guess it's the end of an era. It made me a little sad, but it was shorter than normal, I feel
Yeah.
like. He kind of just, and the topics were a little bit broader. So he just kind of, to me, seemed like I did what I could, and
Right.
It was
That's
something
it.
that he had to do.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's what second terms are for, especially the end of a second term. You know what I mean? It's like you just go into it and wild out, do all the crazy shit that you wanted to do in the first.
I feel like he hasn't had a
but
chance to do it
restricted.
though.
Yeah.
no, not
I
at all.
mean,
Yeah.
but I think that he definitely touched on a lot of points and everything. Oh, sorry, that is me. He touched on a lot of points and everything while he was talking. Without directly calling out the 2016 Republican candidates, he did, somewhat address them in his speech. He also, spoke about ISIS, Iran.
Okay.
He he made some really good points. I love how he closed the speech before he left. That was really good. But the only thing that bothered me was I don't know, is it required during the State of the Union, the crowd, they just stand up and applaud so much.
everything.
It's like
Everything.
every time
It's
he
like
said
somebody got
something,
That was
it's
so
like the applause
fake.
is there. I was like,
Right.
That was so fake.
but then also you could see from those who did stand and those who were just sitting with their arms folded who was with him versus
Who
who
was-
was against him.
Yeah, I mean, State of the Union. I mean, there are many State of the Unions that I've watched and been hype about. This one I wasn't so moved to even run home and catch it, and I felt like it was going to be low energy and so from reading all the highlights and all the critique, it just didn't seem like it would have been interesting at all.
Right. All right. Well, keeping in this conversation, so we have Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and Martin O'Malley. They were invited to speak at the 2016 Brown and Black Presidential Forum, which was hosted by Fusion Network. So the candidates, they were actually asked by a group of young people of color, but it was 3 specific issues which everyone is talking about with their responses. The issues were weed, reparations, and white privilege. So,
You said
weed,
What-
reparations, and white privilege.
Okay.
So during the forum, one person asked, in states where marijuana is legal, there are men and women in jail for nonviolent weed-related offenses, while at the same time people are selling it legally in those states. Statistically speaking, people of color are more likely to be arrested on these charges. Should these people be released from jail? Bernie Sanders, his answer, very short and concise. To me, this is a criminal justice issue. You can actually...
Yeah, that's safe. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
No, I mean, I think that's a safe thing to say because I mean, in reality, they broke the law when it was a law, and when it was a crime. And though it's not a crime anymore, it was a crime when you broke the law. So I don't know if they should be released from jail, but I think that sentencing should be shortened or maybe time served. Or, I mean, I don't know how it would work, but I mean, I feel like I don't know if there's a right answer for that. So I think he gave a proper.
Right.
I think he always does that. That's one thing that I really like about him. He either gives a direct answer, or if it's an answer that he can avoid, he says something like that question ain't meant for me.
It ain't for me, right?
Keep moving. Yeah.
But he mentioned that marijuana has the same the same penalty as heroin or something, and I do think, in general, drug laws in this country are really, really harsh a lot of times and pretty severe.
Most of the time, yeah.
Well, I don't know if you
So I
all-
think that's a good point he made.
I don't know if you all read the article that came out yesterday or today or 3 days ago, but drug laws in this country are now softening because the face of drug users is changing and it's white. So now they're becoming a lot softer on drug laws because it's no longer a black thing or a brown thing. So we see how racist this country is, and we see how this country's set up, where once it becomes their kids that are doing it more and more, it's like, okay, let's chill out.
Chill out on it a little bit. Well, one of the issues that definitely won't be on the ballot anytime soon, but gain interest at the discussion is reparations for slavery. So the question was posed to Hillary Clinton: do you think 2016 is the year, kind of on the federal level, we should start studying reparations? And Clinton's response is, I think we should start to think about what investments in communities to help individuals and families and communities move forward. And she said, I am absolutely committed to that.
I think that's a dope answer, perfect answer, because reparations isn't in the hands of Hillary Clinton. And for her to start boasting about her support or what, like, it would be a fabrication of anything that has the power to do right now or in 4 years from now, whatever. You know what I mean? But I think what she says, like investing in communities, investing in businesses, is a strong answer. Yeah.
And I agree. I think reparations, like I've always said, that I think that's what reparations should be. Is
Right.
that I don't want necessarily a check, and I think that would be an irresponsible thing.
A check, and please
to
tell
mail-
me what the hell I'm gonna do with a mule.
And I mean, right,
Please,
Right.
where am I gonna put my mule?
right, like it's crazy. Like I don't think that would. I think that would be an irresponsible thing to do, because then it doesn't set us up for the long term, or at least most of us. And I think putting it into the communities, and not just saying we're going to put it into the community, but make sure that you actually put it in there, and that everything that the money is going toward is to help nobody but Black people get out of the situation that we are in.
But I feel like politicians often say, like, let's invest in these communities, let's do this. But what does that mean? It's always a really broad statement, but it's never backed up by specifics. So that's the problem I have with that answer.
see,
It
in
just
the
sounds like
past, right.
spin.
In the past, what it's looked like is a Starbucks and a tanning salon coming up in the Black neighborhood, and all the Black people being pushed out.
Right.
So,
And gentrification
Exactly.
happens.
Exactly.
But even with that though, so third point was white privilege. So they asked, well, I say Hillary gave a great, like you pointed out, she gave a great answer when they asked her about reparations. Say she kind of stumbled. They weren't really following. They wanted more from her on the conversation of white privilege, but we actually have a clip of that one, so we're gonna play that for you guys, and we'll come right back to talk about it.
Secretary Clinton, can you tell us what the term white privilege means to you? And can you give me an example from your life or career when you think you have benefited from it?
I mean, where do I start? I think it is hard when you're swimming in the ocean to know exactly what's happening around you so much as it is when you're standing on the shore, perhaps watching. I never really knew what was or wasn't part of the privilege. I just knew that I was a lucky person, and that being lucky was in part related to who I am, where I'm from, and the opportunities I had.
So what do you guys think?
I feel it. I mean, I don't think you can ask a white person what they feel about white privilege. It's like, I didn't know it was there. It was like, it was something I didn't know was there, but I knew that I benefited from it somehow. It's like air, like breath. Like I don't notice it, but it's there. Like we notice white privilege because we don't benefit from it. Like when that air is taken away from you, and you start noticing it, but she's never had to live without it. Just like Paul Mooney said, every time I see a homeless white person, I think, damn, what a waste of good white skin. Homeless white people know what it feels like.
Right.
Yeah.
But even still, when you're homeless and white, you wake up white, and you wake up with an advantage.
It's
don't
so
know you
bad.
have.
It's so bad, but sometimes, I ain't see anybody homeless less fortunate in that situation. But sometimes I am like, when I pull up to the stop sign, I'm just like, ooh, it's not a black homeless person, it's a white homeless person. It does kind of make me feel.
Go get a job. You want to think that.
I
Void of all the.
I feel bad for them, but I'm just like, ooh, it ain't black though. I'm glad they ain't black.
Yeah.
I think that was a great question that she asked. That was an amazing question, actually. Very rarely are white people held accountable in that way. And it's a difficult question for her to answer, but it's one that most white people should look themselves in the mirror or with each other, or amongst friends, whatever, and ask yourself that question, because it's a whole big world out there and not just comprised of you and your privilege.
I think it's a difficult question to ask, especially good people, because good white people. That sounds that's a hard question to ask. Good white people. No, because in order to deal with it and answer it appropriately and honestly, you got to delve into the guilt of it all. You know what I mean? And there is guilt that I feel is felt, especially when you're of privilege and you acknowledge that you're of privilege and people are suffering and all this other stuff. There's a guilt that you have to face. So I feel like it's an uncomfortable place to face that guilt and do all that on the spot and answer. Yeah, she's in a position to do it appropriately, I guess, and be judged for it. But I feel like that's a hard one, because you got to delve into that before you can appropriately answer something like that.
Right. And I'm glad you said that, because I'm glad that she acknowledges that she has
Yeah.
benefited from it. And I think that
That's the thing, yeah.
I think that could be the beginning and the end. Like, okay, I know that I benefit from it, but I don't know
I've been so
I
mad
can't,
if she
right,
sat
I've been
there
so
and just
engulfed
played
in it that I
dumb.
don't know where I benefited. I just know that I have.
And that's
I am where I am.
And that's the answer in general. Like,
Right,
I know I'm a white woman and I benefited really well
Yeah.
from this, and other people haven't.
Because
like,
had she sat there and
yeah.
been like, I don't think I've benefited. I worked
Oh,
hard.
we would have
They'd have
killed.
crucified
Ooh,
her.
that would have been the end.
I thought she was going to go into the thing of, well, I'm also a woman who has it, which is true, but like it's not the answer to the
Right.
question, and use that as a defense. But she did it, and I was proud of that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So moving along, you guys. Next up, we have this woman, Crystal Wright. She is in the news. So Crystal Wright, she did a sit-down interview on Fox and Friends on Monday, and she declared the Democratic Party has made Black Americans poorer, dumber, and more criminalized. So Wright, she is the editor and publisher of her blog, Conservative Black Chick, and her new book. Yeah, she was. Yeah.
She just like
Her new book is titled Con Job:
Just like-
How Democrats Gave Us Crime, Sanctuary Cities, Abortion Profiteering, and Racial Division, is a direct opposition to the Democratic Party. So I'm gonna play a little bit of her interview from Fox and Friends, and we'll come right back and talk about it.
So what I point out in Con Job is that really, if you look at all the candidates running right now in 2016, Donald Trump is probably the most pro-black candidate. You know why I say that? Because Hillary Clinton wants to support illegal immigration. You know what happens when we increase illegal immigration by 10%? Blacks suffer by a decreased wages. And you know what Donald Trump wants to do with his illegal immigration plan? If you go look at it right now on his website, he wants to help deal with black unemployment. He wants to eliminate J-1 visas because you know what? The enemy, illegal immigration, there's no bigger enemy than to black Americans. So
It's what you're right about.
She said Donald Trump is the most pro-black candidate.
I'm gonna pray for her.
I was gonna say, let me listen. I was thinking, let me listen to her opinion, because like you got to respect other people's opinion. But when she went there, I was like, "You girl, what rock you been hiding under, sister?
Oh my God.
Oh, where your mama at?
Right, where's your mama?
Where is your mama? She's crazy."
Cousins. Yeah.
I mean, she also in the interview she also said that I've never seen Barack Obama talk about the black lives being killed by other blacks in Chicago, D.C., or Baltimore. 93% of all black homicides are committed by other black people. End quote.
And that has to do with the Democratic Party. How?
Right.
And well,
I think Obama has addressed the
He has
violence in
addressed it.
Chicago. He has.
I don't think
He
there's
has.
any truth
Because
to
he
what
put
she
out the
said.
history of like systematic failure for black Americans, that were within the criminal justice system.
He's addressed those issues.
I don't
That's
believe-
Not
I'm
right.
sorry.
That's incorrect.
I don't believe this woman studied her facts. What I think she studied is Ann Coulter.
Yes. yes.
And how to be this
How to be
radical,
polarizing.
author. She's selling a book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Radical, polarizing author. You could tell by the words,
Yeah, exactly.
And I can respect someone's opinion if they have facts and if every now and then they're radical. But from what I understand with this lady, like she always has this radical, negative, polarizing view, because I think she's the same lady that had this battle with Trayvon Martin's mom, and she described Trayvon Martin's mom like speaking out at, I think it was like the National Urban League or something like that, on I forget what it was, but she said something about the fact that Trayvon Martin's mom is still speaking and looking for justice. She said it was something like manufactured race war. That's exactly what she was saying. That she was creating a manufactured race war, and she needs to move on with her life. And I think anytime I compare it to the time where Ann Coulter was talking about the victims of 9/11, the women, and she called them like the witches of New Brunswick, something like that. Yeah. I feel like only someone looking to gain some type of notoriety or something like that does something like that. Yeah. And it's a shame that aesthetically all money ain't good
She looks
money.
like us.
Yeah, like my dad said, all money ain't good money.
Right. She also sent out this tweet. It says, "I'm black. Difference between me and Democrats." She's showing it to Dems, but Democrats, I think blacks should be held to the same standards as whites.
But that's such a broad thing. The same standards in terms of opportunities, in terms of penalties for doing the right thing or the wrong thing. I mean, what does that even mean?
I agree with it to a certain degree. I believe we should be looked at equally. I believe we should be held to the same, because we should be held to the same intellectual standards and all that. But in terms of having the same equality, having the same opportunities, there's a big difference, and I think people should know this.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. So because those things don't exist on the positive side, there are systems put in place to help people who need it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Reparations
All right, so
in a different form.
moving on to a lighter note. So it is
Fiat.
It is Powerball Mania sweeping the nation, you guys. So this Powerball, it's estimated to be at $1.5 billion.
It went up again?
Yeah.
Yes. Over the weekend, when the numbers were pulled Saturday, it was at 900 million. But tomorrow, when it's pulled, it is estimated to be at $1.5 billion. The
Y'all
largest
play?
lottery. I have not played.
playing?
I was gonna say, are any of y'all playing?
I might play.
I have never played the lottery, but I
You
will
never
this week.
played?
That's like
I'll
900.
tell you, the
million.
first time I ever played, I was 16. My mom was like, "I'm going to the store. You want anything?" I said, "Put a number in for me." And I told her, I said, "I want 513," and it came out that night. First time I ever played.
And 13 was the Powerball number on Saturday.
Wow.
Oh, so on Saturday, so with the last Powerball, I was off on 4 of the numbers. I was off by 1, and it hurt. Like it was 33.
Well-
It was 34. I picked 33. You know, so and so on.
So with that, the jackpot being high, a single winner would have the option to either do the annual payments over 29 years or a lump sum cash out of
Which would you
$930
do?
million. The cash out.
Cash out.
So this is why I do the cash
Not
out
cash
because
out.
no, I found out that the payments, the annual payments over 29 years, if say for instance you were to die, that money is voided. It don't go to next of kin. It don't go to relative. That money is gone.
How much is it? How much is it over 29 years?
You would get more. You would definitely get closer to the 1.5 billion. But again, 930 million.
As a black man, give me my payout. I
I'm
don't know
good.
if I'm gonna be here 5 years from
I
now.
gotta do it fast. Right. I gotta do
Give
it
me
fast.
my money
Give me
now.
my
I probably do the
Right.
cash out.
You just never know.
Yeah.
But you know, I wonder what happens when $930 million hits your bank
Hits
account.
your damn bank
Like,
account.
I already have a plan.
Like even when you pick up the little fake check, you taking the pictures. I don't know if it's immediately in your account. I don't even know if they can legally put that much in your account at one
Right.
time. But when you look up and you have 900,
Like, I ain't got no bank.
I bought the
Put my shit in my
bank.
mattress.
I bought the
what?
bank.
So okay, my
Like,
question.
I bought this baby cash.
My question for each of y'all: what is the first thing? Just only one. The first thing
Well,
that
you
you are
know,
going to do.
okay, so I feel like in the black community, there's a rule. You buy your mama a house.
No. You get that check. What
That's
is
what I'm
the
saying.
first
I
thing?
planned it out.
So you gonna buy your mama a house?
I'm gonna set my mama up.
That's the first thing. All right.
Get my daddy a car.
No, you going?
Oh, I got what you bought. Get my mama a house.
Danielle,
I'm gonna party. I'm probably gonna get drunk. Maybe.
logic.
I'm
That
that
resolution.
I planned this out. If I ever
Like,
came
you know
across
it.
a whole bunch of money that I knew that I've never seen before like that, I would get me 2 round trip tickets to some deserted place where I don't know anybody and find the best financial advisor I could and take them with me.
First
And we
thing-
tripling
Take them
that
with
sucker.
you.
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing is I'm going out to eat.
tripling.
We are going
go?
to.
to Sizzle.
We are going. I don't know. I'm going to Maestro. I'm going to the best,
the best
restaurant in Los Angeles, or wherever I pick up my check from. Wherever I got to fly, I'm going to the best restaurant. If I know somebody there, I'll call you to join me. But I'm going out. That is the first thing.
Did you read Mark Cuban's advice?
I saw the headline, but I didn't read it. What
It's
did he
really
say?
good though. It's like
he
really
say?
good. He was like, he said the first thing you need to do is get a tax advisor. I'll get a tax attorney. He said that's the first thing you absolutely need to do. Second thing, you need to realize that if you weren't happy yesterday, you aren't going to be happy today because it's just money. But if you were happy yesterday, you're going to be happier today because it's just money.
Hey.
But I mean, if you win. Or if you're going to play, you should really read what he has to say. I think it's really good. Like it's really good. And he was like, give no one money.
It's
He's like,
funny.
Yep.
no. He's like, no one that you know
Ooh.
needs
Right.
$100,000. He's like, there's no one in the world that you know that needs $100,000. And if they know you well enough, then they know that you're not going to give it to them.
Well, it's funny because with that they have all these different things that you have a much better chance of doing than winning this Powerball because the odds are so high. You have a better chance of death by a coconut falling on your head than you do of winning this Powerball. Let's see. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning, a better chance of dying at a picnic by hornets, wasps, or bees than winning this. And if you if you have looked at Honey Boo Boo's niece's duplicate thumbs on national television, you have a better chance of being born with a duplicated thumb than winning the lottery.
I don't know what that means,
But it's
that's-
worth a
yeah,
shot.
But
that
the
sounds
thing
pretty
is-
rare.
But
Pretty
the
rare.
thing is, somebody's going to win.
Somebody's going to.
So
could be
Saturday,
you.
somebody in this world, life is going to be.
But if they
Change.
don't, because
It's
no, it's
gonna be
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
So
I mean,
Wednesday, if they don't, then Saturday when it's
goes
pulled,
up.
it's gonna just keep going. Yeah, tomorrow. It's pulled tomorrow at
I think it's a setup.
10:59.
Do anybody think it's rigged? Does
I
anybody
think it's rigged. I think that they definitely allow it to get to a certain point to draw fandemonium and all this craziness, and then they're like, okay,
But if they allow it to get to a certain point, then you have to admit that they know.
they know who. I think
played
they know
what and when.
Yeah. I think they know what. I think they know what rule last store they gonna put this ticket
Right.
in. That's the only part I think that is set up. I think they know exactly which rule store they putting the ticket in. Now, who
Really?
get it is the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
But I think that they have specifically put in. I think it's from a quick pick. I don't think you can pick
But
your own
look
numbers.
at old girl that just won the.
We
that-
coming up on her next.
Oh,
We
no,
coming
we
up
going
on her
there?
next. So
She is a mess.
go ahead. You got something to say, Lyle?
I don't see how it's not rigged, but I feel like with it being rigged, there has to be those random moments where you and I could win. You know, that's just the
That's the
optimism
hope.
in
That's
me.
the audacity.
Since I'm gonna buy a ticket, I have to believe that.
Well, if the
Yeah.
Powerball people
So-
are watching, I live right over here. Just put the ticket in that 7-Eleven
Playing
on
the Chevron.
Centinela. Thank you.
I like that.
It's gonna be some little small ass store, mom and pop gas
Oh,
station.
that's gonna be some 81-year-old man that's gonna die the next day and leave it all to a
That's
cat.
true.
All right, y'all. So with talking about the Powerball, so last year's Powerball winner Marie Holmes, she won 188 million, which at the time was the largest jackpot that the Powerball had ever had. Well, Marie, she didn't quite take Mark Cuban's advice. So 4 times now, Marie has posted bail
Marie got
for her
$20
boyfriend with that money.
And a
So
trifling
here's the story, and we even
On the
talked
rush
about
card.
it. We talked.
And her bell was like his bell was like in a million.
Don't come
right?
up. Yeah, it's total to over the million. So here, I'm
mad.
gonna give y'all the count of them. So she won the 188 last year in February. With that, her first one, she posted a $3 million bail for Lamar McDowell in March for a November arrest. He was caught with 8,000 bags of heroin.
I love him. I love him.
Soon after,
8,000.
that was now keep the timeline. That was
Overachiever.
that was February.
Like a mother.
So then in August,
How was he not
she
in jail?
found he found herself in hot water again. This time she had to post $6 million. So somebody keep up with the math. Where we at now?
Wait,
That's
14
because
14
million. 14 million.
I know a lot of cats in the hood, and I've never
At
seen
first
a
she posted
bell.
$3 million bail, and then she posted a $6 million bail. It doesn't stop there. On December 26th, he again was arrested in North Carolina for attempting to arrange a streetcar race. She had to post hang on. She had to post a whopping $12 million bail
That's 26 million.
for him.
$26 million.
Now some questions for her sanity have come into
Yes, they
Logic.
should.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it. I
don't
get it.
get it.
Cause
I
don't.
I get it because it's like the Michael Vick syndrome and all that. I feel like it's
$30 going broke.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No,
But that one is more
it's
so
about it's about
athletes.
athletes
Yeah.
getting this money, and so
Yeah.
what happens is one athlete gets his bonus, his signing check for $1 million.
Yeah.
The coach calls him and was like, "Hey, you haven't cashed the check." This was like a couple months later. He was like, "Well, I took it down to the check cashing place. They didn't cash it, so I just put it in the
check
frame."
cashing place.
So what happens is you're giving these people who don't have a bit of sense money.
You got a poverty mentality.
And that's the issue, right?
With $1 million, that shit
So
is
she's,
dangerous.
she's thinking, I will always have this money. I'll post this $26 million bail. Man, she got $20 on the rush card right
And
now.
now, but see,
Figure
that
out
was
what's
interesting.
gonna
So nearly a year after all, this is the first time that the boyfriend, he's speaking out, and he says, "We are a couple, and I'm the father of her youngest child. This is what people do for each other."
supposed to get
happen.
that.
See the watch?
Hang on, this is what people do for each other. She has the money, and she can do what she wants with
You're
it.
right.
If I had the money, I would do the same for her.
No, he had the money. No, he wasn't.
People, hang on. His last quote. People are just jealous because of how much she won, and people want to see me locked in jail.
He right.
Go to jail.
He right.
8,000 bags
He
of
right.
heroin.
He right.
My question:
I
if
would-
anybody here knows, not to say you've ever had it or you, but how big does a bag of heroin start with? Because I'm trying to figure out.
First
He
of all,
had 8,000 of it.
8,000 bags
working.
of heroin
He
is
was
life
working.
sentence. So I can't figure out why he's not locked
Locked
up.
up.
When is his court date? That's what I need to
Hopefully
know.
soon.
I want to know how you walk around with 8,000
But
bags.
still,
You
he's
get like a
actually on
Blinks
parole?
truck or something,
Right.
He was working.
Isn't he like on parole or something? If he's
And who gave him the money?
And so to get
Who gave him the money to flip 8,000 bags of heroin? She did.
It's a-
probably.
So they need to
Done
take
his
all
drug
that
operation.
They need to take all that shit.
That's poverty mentality.
That's
Like, do
why-
you need
Like,
8,000?
baby, I
You
can
got all
flip this
this.
128 million for you.
So I'm
flip
gonna.
it.
I got all this money.
She might be a billionaire.
That's
Paul. We
poverty
don't-
mentality. You don't think about opening up businesses. You think about poverty shit. Like, oh, I'm gonna open up a drag racing thing. Oh, I'm a dog
Let me open up a
fight.
shoe store in the head.
Oh,
That's
I'm
why
gonna get.
if you know that you
8,000
live
bags
with
of heroin.
people who aren't right, if you're smart enough to know that and you win the lottery, just disappear. Okay?
No, she don't know because she grew up in the same.
But if you do,
hood
if
with
you
him.
happen to,
But
and you're
just-
watching, just disappear because
And we all know that if he had won that lottery, he would have been out.
he
so
would have
quick.
disappeared.
He
She would
would've
have
got
never
so
seen him
quick.
again.
She could have took that money and bought her
He
another
would've
baby
never
daddy.
sold it-
I'd have been her baby
Listen,
daddy with that much money.
But it's always funny when people
Like-
do stupid shit like that. They first respond to y'all just jealous.
I am. I'm jealous as hell.
Why does she spend that money on your
I'm not
Yeah.
jealous that you keep bailing out
I am.
your
You know I
drug
could do with
dealer
$28
boyfriend.
million. You know how many
Jealous.
bags of oodles and noodles I could buy?
You know how many problems I would be out of. I'm jealous as shit.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
She's foolish though. She's
So
foolish.
now let's take it over. Take a little bit more east. So come Monday, this past Monday, residents of an upstate New York village, Whitesboro, they will have to vote on
Oh, they
the
voted?
town.
This
Yeah,
past-
vote
okay.
on the town seal whether they should change it. So this is the seal.
Whitesboro.
Yeah, Whitesboro, New York. So you can see the seal. It depicts two men struggling. A white man with his hands seemingly on the shoulders and
no,
neck
so-
of a stereotypical feather and hair Native American, with the Native American being toppled to the ground, apparently shouting in pain. His mouth is definitely open, like he's hurting. What do you guys think about this seal?
Ridiculous.
It's offensive, but like we're in 2015, so it's been
16. We're in
2016. You're right. We're in 2016, so it's been offensive for a long
Since the
time.
Trail of Tears. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
It's been offensive since they put it up.
Yeah.
But again, it's Whitesboro.
And there's only
Right.
like 5 residents in the town that are Native American. It's mainly white, so they probably had zero incentive to remove it. You know what I mean? It was the white man's winning the fight. You know what I mean? So
Right.
where's the incentive to remove it besides it's extremely
I
racist
would
and
burn
offensive?
that town down.
I
I
feel
would
this
burn that one gas station they have and those 2 horses.
and tear down that one yellow light.
Until they-
that one yellow light that
One
keeps
year,
flashing.
right by the gas.
You know, I feel the same way I feel about the Confederate flag with that. Like, if I don't feel like it should be a debate, and people may debate this, but like I feel like if they really set on leaving it up, let them leave it up. I'd rather you leave it up. I want to know what town I'm stopping through to get gas. That way, I know to take the long way
not to go.
around. Wave that mug all you want. I know not to go there. I know not to
And
spend money
you know
there.
What? I kind of
know-
agree with that because
You
even
know?
remember when South Carolina had that big debate about the Confederate
Yeah.
flag years ago. I would not stop in the state. Whenever I would drive down, I would stop for gas in North Carolina and keep
See,
going.
I want to know who
I
I'm
want to know
dealing
where I
with.
am.
Yeah.
But I hate when they say like it's tradition. Like there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of messed
Okay.
up things that are tradition that you need to stop.
That
you
you
know what I
should
mean?
stop, right.
Slavery,
Right.
the oppression of people of color, like lots of things.
Bailing your baby daddy out of jail.
Bailing your baby daddy
Fuck
for
it. If
20
you gonna wear the Nazi tattoo, put it high and loud so we can know not to come here.
Right.
Keep your flag. Nobody travels there. Nobody spends money there.
Whitesboro.
And the 5 Native Americans need to get the hell out.
They do. That's what they need to do.
Right.
All right, y'all.
Yes.
So lastly, moving on. All right, so actor Sean Penn, he's coming under fire for an interview he did for Rolling Stones magazine where he interviewed fugitive El Chapo.
My man.
So apparently El Chapo reached out. El
Chapo.
Chapo reached out to Sean Penn to conduct this interview.
You're like,
I offered him this. I offered to let him stay.
Chapo could definitely stay at my house.
So he reached out to Sean Penn apparently because I guess he wants a documentary or a biography made.
Yeah.
So there were no recorders allowed, no phones, no cameras, no tape recorders. So Sean Penn spoke with him for about 7 hours, an undisclosed location in the jungle in Mexico, and pretty much had to report back everything.
But why you got that shirt on?
is he wearing?
He looks like a
pretty
drug
much-
dealer.
Sean Penn, he had to give Rolling Stones the article pretty much from memory, like everything that they talked about and discussed. But what do y'all think
Okay,
about
so this is my thing.
Y'all saying
So I guess we're all clear with the Sean
he
Penn
came
snitch.
clean for this, huh?
So
Have we all come to the conclusion that Sean Penn snitch?
Because he got arrested. He got arrested after the
That's like
interview,
right
right?
after.
Well, but right.
Well, my thing is, okay, so Sean, when he went, he had to let them know where he was going.
Yes.
And what he was going for.
They were surrounded by over 100 cartel, like people.
Oh, that's
Chapo's
fine.
people.
But we're not done.
I agree.
America has all you needed was a cell phone or whatever the hell for a
No
signal.
phones were allowed. They didn't let him take any
But
type of
authorities
recording
knew he was
devices.
meeting
Let me
with
say this.
Sean
I would have
Penn.
debated this if we hadn't watched this white man choke the hell out of this Indian man right here. I think about what our country was founded on. So I'm like, you know what?
Sean Penn,
That's a good point.
Right.
And he got caught right after.
But my
Right.
thing, of all people, El Chapo, how you find Sean Penn's
he
number? Like, is he
Mr.
listed?
Thriller might be his favorite movie. Who, you know,
That was definitely a mistake.
I think it's an insult though.
Huge
It's
mistake.
insulting to like, or it's embarrassing to like FBI, whatever law enforcement we have. You can't find this guy, but Sean Penn just
Sean
happened to
Penn-
call him on the
Sean
phone and have an
Penn-
interview next meeting with him.
Right.
But I heard authorities knew that he was meeting with Sean Penn. They
Yeah,
were
they knew.
aware of
Well,
it.
once it came to the magazine that they were doing it, of course, authorities were alerted. But it's, some people were saying, were they aiding, abetting? But Rolling Stone's like, no, we didn't pay him for this interview. We didn't provide lodging for them to sit and speak. We didn't do anything but get the words from, Sean Penn to put in our magazine. So it's like they technically did not do anything wrong legally, but
I mean, I don't know if he snitched,
I mean,
but
was
he
Sean
did. He
Penn-
did whatever. Somehow
They probably pressed him.
Somehow they knew where he was based on Sean Penn's location.
I just feel like Sean Penn was stupid for going. I mean, luckily nothing
I
happened
would
to
have went.
him. But
If I got a call from El Chapo to do an interview, I'm going to be there, and I would feel 100% safe to do this interview. I wouldn't bother me. I would be more afraid of the government.
okay, well,
once I
Danielle,
returned
as
home.
the journalist on this panel,
No, I'm okay.
You're not gonna go? You're
No,
not going?
it's a great story, once in a lifetime opportunity, but the after effects,
She
the
said, I'm
reverberations, I want to live. El
I'm
Chapo
gonna
got
find
$1
my way
billion.
to,
He could kill me like that. Absolutely not.
Doesn't he have a hit out on Donald Trump?
Right?
Yeah.
I think he like
yes.
just talk. That was his son. No, that was his son that was
Cats like that don't just
going
talk.
back and forth with Trump on Twitter.
Straight. I'm not trying to make him mad.
Cats like that don't just talk. Mm-mm.
And when he escaped
No.
from jail that one time, he created like a tunnel.
Yeah,
it was like a state
and
of
they
the
said
art.
the word is
Yeah.
that.
So the video, we watched the video. So like you see his shower area in his cell. So he walks into the little shower area, then he walks in the bed. Walks to the shower area, walks to the bed, walks to the shower area, and then he just drops down. Like he disappeared, he just drops. And then
But
you're like,
I think
what the
I
fuck
saw
happened?
that it said they were putting him back in the same jail that he did escape
Why?
from.
Come on, foolish.
Apparently the U.S. is trying to expedite him too. Extradite.
I'm saying expedite.
I said
They're trying to
expedite. Wait,
speed him up.
I'm like trying to speed the
Trying
fuck
to
up.
get-
Expedite.
But his
El
escape
Chapo.
route was so complex when I was reading. I'm
Oh.
like, wow, this
It
is.
was a train. They built a train
Yeah.
system under the jail that led him to the back house a mile away off the property.
Exactly.
He
And
had
this
the
man
sa-
won't kill you.
He had the
Yes.
same like
Yes.
in his bath. There was like in his bathroom at his home or something. There was an escape route. Or maybe this was at the prison as well, where there was like a motorcycle on tracks.
Yes.
Where he
yes,
just went
that's
to the
I think
shower,
prison.
opened it up, and it just like
Yeah,
That's it.
that's
Took
the
off.
prison.
Yeah.
He could kill you in like 5
I
minutes
mean,
straight.
he'll get back out. Like,
Right.
I mean, how hard is it for 100 cartel members that surrounded Sean Penn to go to a prison guard's home and be like, we're going to kill your wife if you don't let El Chapo out?
I do think he's in.
All right, y'all. So that's it for Hot Topics today, you guys. We're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back to help you out with viewer questions.
Your answers that I take attendance like a classroom. Man, I ain't got no choice. Cause nowadays I swear this shit that changed up for the boy. I'm self-made, selfish with my women, self-employed. I buy the neighbor's house and make them.
All right, y'all. So we are back. Everybody good?
yeah.
All right. Now is the time for viewer questions. Well, we like to help you guys out with your problems. So remember, email us every week. TacoTalkTuesday@gmail.com. Are you guys ready for these questions? This week we have some
I love
very
these questions.
interesting questions. First one, dear Taco Talk Tuesday, I'm 18 and dating someone of a different race. We have been together for more than a year. The problem is my father is very racist. Every time I sneak out to go to my boyfriend's, my father wants to know who am I going with. I tell him it's my friends, but he knows I'm lying. I want to tell him who I'm dating, but I know he's going to be judgmental and rude if I introduce him to my boyfriend. Any advice on what to do? Signed, Nervous in the Northeast.
Okay, so this is my first thing. And I've always believed this. Once you're at the age where you're getting consistent penis, you need to move out of your parents' house. So that's the first thing, and then you just can't let them control your life.
Well, it
and then you're
depends.
sneaking out.
Is she
she-
18 like she turned 18 early, still in her senior year in high school, or is she 18 like she's in college 18?
Good question.
Either way, I think a father's gonna be doing that with the daughter living in his house.
Yeah.
He gonna do it with she in his house if he a racist.
But you have to date who you want to date. Your family has so much influence in your life. My family never likes anyone that I date, but it's still your choice at the end of the day. It's your mistake to make. It's your decision to make. Whatever happens, you have to live with those consequences, not your father. So.
Right, but don't choose no temporary fool over the family.
Don't do that either. Yeah, don't get kicked out the house either.
Right. All right. Next question. My brother-in-law cheated on my sister 2 years ago. He was caught by the private eye his lover's husband had hired. My sister took him back and has been trying to be the good wife, but he has never really seemed to be sorry or a changed man. My problem is I can't stand him. When we get together as a family, I know I'm supposed to be civil and respectful, but I ask myself why. I love my sister and the children. The holidays are coming. I'd like to ask him if he's faithful now, but if I did, I know he would only lie. Can you give me any advice?
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. It ain't your business.
But it is hard with your family.
I agree. I agree with y'all. Like, it's none of your business, and two, you don't have to be all buddy and cheery because it's family. Like, we have a friend, me and Jeff, who had a boyfriend who was cheating, and they came to my house, and the boyfriend wasn't allowed to my house. I was like, no, you can't come in. Like, why? Because they got back together. Just because y'all got back together don't mean we cool.
Don't mean right.
So
family never forgets, right?
That's also
family fuck my husband.
Right. But you know, that's also one thing though I feel, and I've learned about relationships. I do realize that I understand when you're going through something, you just want to talk to people. And of course, the person you're going to talk to is probably either a best friend or family. But the thing is, family never forgets. So when you more than likely go back to that person, family, it either comes to, well, I don't want you talking to me about them no more, or it just goes to, they're going to be like, I told you one shit if it falls apart again. So I'm just like, you should just keep your mouth shut.
But I also say, like, we take advantage of our friends and family in the sense of, like, when we talk about our relationship, we don't go to them and be like, oh, yeah, she did this with me. We only go to them with the hard stuff when we need support and somebody to lean on. So when that's the only reason you go to them for, all they know is the bad shit about somebody. Right. So automatically in defense of you, they're going to treat them like that. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what happened with me. But I think now for me, what I do so if a
my friend actually is dating someone I don't like, and I just don't speak to him ever.
There you go.
And just keep it moving. What else can you do?
Okay. Don't bring them to my house.
Not to my house.
All right. Next question. Dear Taco Talk Tuesday, I am 12. Jesus. I am 12 and I weigh 204 pounds. I feel really fat and I want to go on a diet, but my mom won't let me. I'm getting bad grades in gym class and need your help. Please help.
Aww.
No, you need to go on a diet.
Exercise.
Yeah.
She's getting bad grades in gym class.
Yeah.
So maybe independent
the exercise part ain't working out.
You need to go on a diet, baby.
Low self-esteem. Yeah. I think low self-esteem plays a big part in grade school gym. Like grade school gym.
Yeah, that's
getting
true.
Undressed and all that stuff is a big
that's
thing.
hard.
I think the mom really needs to step in and go walking.
Maybe ride your bike.
Whatever.
But I feel like, she's expressed, Mom, I need to go on a diet.
Yeah,
so therefore she's saying, Mom, I think I'm fat. Like, Mom should be like...
But see, diets because the mom probably tried diets
the
over and over
probably
and
big
over
too.
and know they don't work. And the mom was the mom was probably big and doesn't want to diet. So you really have to take responsibility in your own hands and just walk. When you get out of school, at school, go on the track or whatever, you just have to really do it yourself.
Independently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I understand 12-year-old kids can be mean as hell.
Oh, man. That was a bullet.
200.
Yeah.
What's the average?
I've since apologized to everyone.
What's the average, though? Like, what is the average weight supposed to be for a 12-year-old child?
I don't know, but no 12-year-old.
What's the average weight supposed to be for a 12-year-old?
Probably like 100 pounds. Like,
yeah, that's
like
not
Google
200.
Google that while we go. We'll answer that before we leave.
200 pounds for...
Just independent exercise on your own. Go to the park.
Yeah.
Rollerblade.
I don't even weigh 204 pounds, and I'm a 20-plus-year-old man.
I think the trick is finding something active that you personally enjoy. pursuing that and having fun with it. If you enjoy dancing, go to a dance class. If you enjoy
100 pounds is the limit. 85 to 100. Wow.
But I think 200 pounds is very overweight, and you should focus on losing it. Yeah.
And you can lose it. So
You can. You're still young. It might just fall off naturally. So, all right.
That's cool.
Last, we'll do one more. Dear Taco Talk Tuesday, my wife and I run a restaurant in a small town. Recently, my wife came home on my day off and told me that during the lunch, one of our servers had come into the kitchen and announced they needed extra sanitizer on table 29 because a mother was changing her baby on it. What has happened in our society that people don't understand that this is an unsanitary and rude act? Had I been there, I don't know that I could have kept a civil tongue, and I feel like people today regard my disgust as unreasonable. Is there something in there that I'm missing?
No.
You know what it started at? This started when they started letting dogs into restaurants, into grocery stores, and all that. I think that's nasty, and it's the biggest pet peeve that I have.
Baby's diaper.
You did start thinking it's okay to change your baby diaper.
That's disgusting. I do bring my daughter in there.
And then one, you got your baby exposed. I mean, granted, it's a baby, but you got your baby exposed in public.
But and you could go into the bathroom and change the baby in the bathroom or in the car.
And Stephen Collins. And
I don't want people changing.
It's not even about the nudity. It's
anyway.
just about feces and like urine, like where somebody eat. Nobody should have to smell that.
Luckily, we didn't have to call hazmat. I mean, usually when shit is present, you have to call hazmat.
I don't even
know.
know.
You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm all for breastfeeding in public or whatever, but changing the pamper.
Right. It's like us having a baby at this table doing hot topics
and all that stuff. And I'm all for
oh, Darnell, you toss this fire.
And I'm all for restaurants that don't allow kids in there anyway. So I push that. You know.
Yeah, I go to a coffee shop only because they don't allow kids.
They don't allow kids.
No, that's disgusting. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
That's beyond disgusting. That's just some overly entitled, nasty.
Somebody changed. I was on the flight. Somebody changed their child's diaper on the flight, and
they
it's already recycled air.
They have the things in the bathroom.
But you know it's already recycled air. So
they were in the seat,
changing the pamper, and you just smell shit. And I'm sitting there like,
that's disgusting.
I wrote a letter to the airline and got a credit.
But is that? Well, I'm glad you got a credit. But that's. I guess personally, that's not technically the airline's fault, is it?
It's not, but the flight attendant should have said something.
Yeah.
The flight attendant should have made them go into the bathroom.
And I guess it's like I'm just thinking and how could the flight attendant say, is there a law, is there a rule? Yes, we have these, the compartments and stuff in there, but it says you're on this aircraft, you have to go.
Just like if someone got on the flight with bad body odor, the flight attendant is supposed to say either you need to fix that or you can't get on this flight. Or if someone's overweight, either you need to figure out how you're going to sit in these two seats or you need to get off this flight with another one.
I feel like I agree. I think it is their fault because their responsibility is to maintain health, wellness, and safety on the plane and comfort. And if I'm not comfortable, and if I got a baby being changed next to me, I ain't well either. So you need to do something about that.
I think people are scared also to say, "Ma'am, can you take your baby?" I think people are scared of the reaction they're gonna get. Nobody wants to be mean to a lady and her baby.
How much entitlement is that? That's disgusting, man.
That is disgusting.
I don't know. All right. Well, thank you guys for your questions. Remember, email us tacotalktuesday@gmail.com, and we'll do our best to try to help you guys out. We're going to take a quick break and come back to let you know what we are up to. Should I contact his parents and inform them of his abuse, alcohol, cocaine, and ecstasy?
Let me see. If she would have called my mom, I would have been abusing more than drugs. What is in this? I mean, the fruit.
Choice, cause nowadays I swear this shit that changed up for the boy. I'm self-made, selfish with my women, self-employed. I buy the neighbor's house and make them.
Alright, y'all, we are back. So now's the point of the show where we like to let you guys know what we are obsessed with. Darnell, go ahead, kick us off.
Okay, so a few months ago, I went to Peru just to go and chill, and I went to this restaurant called Panchita because I really wanted to try guinea pig because that's one of their national dishes. Actually, Jeff's about to go to Peru.
I used to own a guinea pig.
And it comes out. So you see the pig with the apple in his mouth, like the guinea pig comes out the same way. Like
I was just
on a
about.
stick, like,
I was about to ask you for the name of this restaurant,
It's
but I was
called
not
Panchita.
expecting you to
But-
say guinea pig.
Guinea
But
pig.
they opened at 12:30. The guy was like, "Well, we sold out by 1 o'clock because we only get 5 guinea pigs a day."
So you didn't get to
So
try.
I didn't get the guinea pig, but they had what's called baby goat sweetbreads, and I don't know if y'all know what sweetbreads
Yes,
are.
I know
Yeah.
what sweet bread.
So it's not bread
Oh.
for the viewers. Sweetbreads is not bread, but it's the pancreas and thymus glands of the animal. When I tell you this was the greatest food I have ever had in my life, like I've been obsessed with this since I've gotten back, and I've actually tried to find it, can't find it, but I did find some baby goat kidneys the other day at the Chinese market, and I cooked them up with the same seasoning that they made with the sweetbreads, and it was absolutely amazing. So if you get a
sounds
chance to go
good.
to Peru, to Lima, and go to Panchita, get the baby goat sweetbreads and the cow heart, and you will be in love.
I'm going, but I'm
Oh,
looking
man.
more
That sounds
so
good.
to
That
go to
sounded
see
intense.
Machu Picchu. So
Are y'all going? You going to Cusco?
yeah.
Machu Picchu.
Well, we going to Lima and we gonna travel. We talk about it after.
Okay.
Danielle, what are you obsessed with?
This week I am obsessed with Snapchat. I just got on and I love it. I love it so much. It's not like Instagram. There's no thoughts. There's no fake body parts. You can really control what you see, what you take in, and it just feels like home. It's my new favorite social
You
media.
got the kids version.
I only follow like 10 people.
I wish I could show y'all.
Oh, right. I was going to with my
I wish I could show you the
Snapchat.
snap they got sent to me.
My snap is
They ain't got that
PG.
last Snapchat that exclusive for nothing.
My snap is PG, and everybody follow me on Snapchat. What is my Snapchat? It's Chloe_isdead15. Follow me.
Chloe underscore is dead one.
All right.
That's
all
cool.
right.
I
I haven't
love Snapchat.
figured out. Like I have it, but I had to get some kids to install it on my phone because I just can't
Snapchat?
get into
I'm
it.
so bored. I'm so
No,
bored.
I'm bored by it.
Like, it's so boring.
No,
I did get on Periscope recently. though.
Periscope, yes. Now, I love Periscope. It's the greatest thing ever.
I love Periscope.
Periscope is
like
live. Twitter's live version. So like we will be periscoping after the show for a few minutes, but we're just live, and people from all over the world can just watch you and tune in.
It's like
Video.
live streaming.
Yeah, live streaming.
Which is also good if you get pulled over by police. So download Periscope and make sure that when you get pulled over, you have it playing.
Well, I was going to say that Periscope is my new obsession, but I'm taking it back now.
I'm back.
No, it literally is. I still don't know how to use it. I probably have one follower.
That's me on
on Periscope.
But only because you have one follower, like people from all over the world, if they're just happen to be tuning in, they can.
Because
watch
I
the
had
videos.
one follower, and then when I turned it on, I had 19 people
And
watching.
people be asking you questions,
Yeah.
and it's just so. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's
No, it's cool because I'm like an old man on this thing, and I'm like, "Is this thing on?" And somebody are like chatting, like, "Yeah, dumbass, this thing."
We
I'm like, oh, you know, yeah. But that is my new obsession.
That's
this week.
cool.
Yeah.
My obsession this week, so randomly, I am obsessed with cooking. Like I have been today. It's only Tuesday, so it's the third day of the week. I have been cooking. Like Sunday, I made this bread pudding from scratch. I don't even eat bread pudding. I don't even like bread pudding, but for some reason I was.
Where is it at?
They ate it.
They tore it
So
up.
we did brunch, and then after
Okay.
brunch we went back to the house, and so we did bread pudding. I made bread pudding, and I made this rum sauce with
Did
it.
you make it out of Hawaiian roll?
No, so I used now I know I might say it wrong, but is it challah bread or challah bread?
Challah bread.
Challah bread, and this cinnamon loaf swirl cake.
Oh, that sounds really good.
And I did it with that. I looked at a couple of different ingredients, and I just kind of made my own. But everybody told me it was good. Now I don't like bread pudding; it's a texture thing. But everybody said it was
love
good.
bread pudding. You
I
should
love
try it
bread
next time with the sweet Hawaiian.
I thought
rolls.
about that, yeah. But so then that was Sunday. Yesterday I made this pasta. I don't know why I got inspired to make it. I went to the store, I got some crawfish and some shrimp, and I took the shells from the shrimp and the body part after I separated the crawfish, and I made this stock. And I added, Old Bay and et cetera to it, and I added it to this tomato sauce, and I added some whipping cream to it to make it a tomato cream sauce. That shit was so good.
Where'd you get crawfish from? I've been looking for crawfish.
Ralph's.
They got crawfish
Look at the
rolls.
Mexican store,
Yeah.
especially the Mexican stores. They're very
You go
cheap.
right around. And then, of course, tonight I made the tacos that we ate. So that was that.
That don't count.
And I
You can't put bread pudding and crawfish pasta with
Well, the
tacos.
but
You
y'all
can't make
don't know
tacos.
what was in it.
You
Y'all don't know
you
what was
put
in it.
meat in the pan.
It was a little bit more complex than that.
Okay.
No, y'all know I always put a little pepper with my tacos.
They were good though.
They
Yeah.
were
Oh,
good.
so bread pudding ain't
And
no rookie.
I have
rookie
a
recipe.
It's
Right.
not.
Yeah.
So I also I have some of the crawfish and shrimp left over, and right now I'm thinking I want to make a lobster, or I'm sorry, not lobster, crawfish, shrimp, macaroni and cheese,
Excuse me.
and play with a couple of different cheeses and do that.
Ooh, you should
know.
That sounds nice.
So I'm just really into cooking. Like I just want to
Yes.
cook.
You should do like an etouffee. You ever heard of crawfish?
Yeah.
Etouffee. You should do that.
I
Yeah.
don't know. This week I've been obsessed with
And
cooking.
then
We'll
invite
see
us over.
what the
Yep.
rest of
Yeah.
the week brings. So that's what I'm obsessed with.
I don't
You need to
believe
film
you.
this stuff. Why
I
don't
don't
you film
believe you.
You should film
Well,
it.
because I'm cooking, so I need somebody to.
I don't believe
Well,
you. I
I
think
need
you
a new
should show
cook for my
us.
show.
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm always looking for a new show to start and produce. So.
There we go.
I don't believe you, Jeff. I think you should cook after this and show us. All
All right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. So, real quick, let everybody know where they can find you. If you have anything coming up, what's going on?
Okay, Darnell Lamont Walker again. You can find me at passportrequired.com. So I have a big backpacking trip through Europe and maybe one other continent, but I can't tell you because that's part of the adventure. So check it out, passportrequired.com. Oh, I also have this thing called Unplug for Peace. So next month I'm doing I'm having people I'm going to have a house here in LA for a weekend, and you can't bring any cell phones, laptops, or anything. This is going to be unplugging and reconnecting with your divine
You gonna
stuff.
pat everybody down?
So it's going to be pretty cool.
That's
Gonna
sweet.
pat
I
everybody
like
down?
that.
So yeah, and everybody will get checked, and there will be some therapy sessions going on too. It's going to be reconnecting and all that stuff. So come
That's
through.
dope. I
Danielle.
could use that.
You can follow me on Instagram, Chloe_is_dead15. I know that's a strange name, but
A little morbid.
Is Chloe real? Is somebody that you killed or?
yeah. No, that was like my alter ego in college, and I
Chloe.
killed her.
She's gone.
She's gone.
dead.
I was tired of people calling me Chloe. That's not my name.
Live.
You can find me at Lodrick.com, Facebook Lodrick D Collins, Twitter Lodrick D. Yeah, check me out.
Y'all can find me everywhere at Jeffro5. It's all social media. Taco Talk Tuesday. Email us. Hot topics, viewer questions. We love hearing from you guys. If you want to come sit at the table, have a drink and a taco, talk shit, email us. TacoTalkTuesday@gmail.com. We will catch you guys not next week, but the week after. We'll see you guys later, all right?
We keep a break.
Real answers that I take attendance like a classroom. Man, I ain't got no choice. Cause nowadays I swear this shit that changed up for the boy. I'm self-made, selfish with my women, self-employed. I buy the neighbor's house and make them